In today's video, we continue exploring the power of networking and how, when done strategically, it can elevate your life to the next level. This approach is all about connecting with the right people who can help you achieve your goals, whether in business, personal life, or social circles. The truth is, success isn't just about talent or luck. Habits like networking and effective communication are just as crucial. This video is a continuation of a previous one where we explored the mindset and habits of a great networker, how to become a magnet for meaningful contacts, how to prepare in advance, and how to iterate through cycles of continuous improvement and delivery. In this second part, we dive into the different types of networking, strategic approaches, and most importantly, the challenges to overcome when building strong connections. Powerful networking cannot be understood as merely accumulating contacts. It's about building high-quality connections. The key is to create meaningful, valuable, and mutually beneficial relationships that stand the test of time. And what you focus on grows. It's about having a long-term vision. The great benefits in life come through compound interest at all levels: finance, family, career, culture, and also a strong network. We will start by listing our life goals and purposes in any area, paired with a list of people who can help you along the way, designing and activating an action plan. Let's ensure that we are moving toward purposes that truly resonate with us, rather than chasing distractions. A conscious introspection process is essential when defining our goals and life purposes. It's crucial to reflect on them regularly, as life purposes evolve over time. We are not even the same person we were yesterday. We are in a constant state of transformation. Once we have identified and listed our purposes, the first challenge is recognizing the target contacts who will help bring us closer to our goals and aspirations. We need to identify a more or less concrete list of target contacts who can give a boost to our lives, or at least the type of person who will help propel us forward. It's important to reflect on how to access these contacts, such as identifying places frequented by the kind of people you're looking for, or knowing who can act as a connector and introduce you to the specific person or group of people you need. Typically, neither you nor others know each other's contacts, so this process takes time. Achieving a meaningful connection is a challenge. As Warren Buffett said, very successful people say no to almost everything. So how do we overcome this challenge? Successful people value their time highly. How can we capture the attention and interest of these high-value individuals? If you want to access better circles, the more cultivated, intelligent, and focused we are, the better our relationships will be. The process is as follows. I am an interested and interesting person, then I do interesting things and interact with others, then I get satisfactory results. And why is this? Because we attract what we are, not just what we desire. More challenges. We will often encounter typically egocentric behaviors, such as the fear of missing out. This fear, often rooted in egocentrism, manifests in the anxiety of being left out of an opportunity or conversation, such as not being included in email threads or excluded from any potential opportunity. As a result, many people may be reluctant to share their contacts. And when exchanging contacts, we must act with caution. When we refer someone in a way, they represent us. If this person fails, their failure reflects on us. Our reputation is harmed. For example, if we refer someone for a job position and they don't perform well, our credibility and reputation are damaged. Once we have accessed our target contacts, how can we capture their interest and attention? How do we make them want to add us to their network, refer us to someone else, or give us a valuable connection? LinkedIn and random events often don't work as expected. How can we stand out from the digital crowd? How do we overcome the superficiality in typical events? Very few people receive responses to their messages on LinkedIn and manage to enter valuable circles. It's about breaking through barriers, capturing attention and interest, and securing a space or opportunity. The valuable networking that can elevate your life to higher levels is strategic. Once again, it's the one carried out with awareness and strategy. When it comes to making contacts, there are three directions. Upward, when you gradually expand your network towards more influential people. Peer-to-peer contacts with individuals at a similar level to you. And downward, with those in a lower position in the hierarchy or those reaching out to you for the first time. And we can distinguish three types of profiles. The expansionists, who superficially expand their network with random contacts. In practice, this is often less effective than networking with a target and strategy. The more strategy involved, the broader the opportunities and possibilities tend to become. Then we have the coordinators. They have a small but carefully curated circle of important contacts, like a garden they tend to with great care. Finally, the brokers, they facilitate, connect others, and open doors with win-win strategies, making million-dollar deals daily by forging valuable connections. When our strategy is to make contacts upwards, in an ascending direction, we aim to connect with people who are several steps ahead of us, individuals who might initially seem inaccessible. These are people who perhaps are in a position in their lives or careers that could allow them to propel ours forward. How do we capture their attention and interest? They are the kind of people who say no to almost everything and fiercely protect their time. But there are so many success stories, like the story of Rolls and Royce. In 1904, two men changed the automotive world forever. It was a combination of money and talent. Henry Royce, the genius engineer, brought the talent by designing cars of incomparable quality. Charles Rolls, the aristocrat, provided the capital and the business vision. Royce built the perfect car, and Rolls, with his influence and sales skills, made the world know it. Together, they created the Rolls-Royce legend, a true team of genius and ambition. This story illustrates how there are infinite possibilities as we live in a world of immense abundance, contrary to the common limiting belief of scarcity. Let's be realistic. Not all of your targets will ultimately be reachable. It will be a game of probabilities, but don't be afraid to try contacting people who may seem too important or out of your reach. You'll be surprised by the number of positive responses you can get. With a purposeful message and strong communication skills, high-profile targets and success stories like Rolls and Royce are entirely possible. When your target is within the elite circle, access can be challenging. These individuals don't appear easily accessible. They guard their time and measure their efforts. You'll find highly successful people in places or activities that tend to be costly, as this often serves as the perfect filter for them. While they are always seeking new adventures and opportunities, they don't like to waste their time and energy on people or projects that aren't viable. The filter is often the cost of access to a place, a recreational area, a club, or an event, for example. People who are willing to pay $450 for a dinner are passing a significant filter. These are the types of people you'll find in luxury destinations, such as Marbella, Dubai, Mykonos, and Saint-Tropez. You'll encounter them on yachts, at private parties, at expensive events, playing golf, in meetings at private clubs, etc. But even if you manage to capture their attention and interest, securing an in-person meeting with one of these individuals often requires an invitation. The unwritten rule is that you extend a costly invitation, like dining with a potential sponsor. Networking works on probabilities, and it might not work for 50 attempts in a row, but then one day it works. It's a game of probabilities. The more you try, the higher your chances of success, and when it does work, it can work very well. Make sure you prepare to increase your chances of success. Do your homework. Gather information about the people you want to contact, especially before attending a meeting or interview. Research your target, where they come from, where they are, and where they are going. Prepare questions that show genuine interest in what they do. Don't improvise everything, but stay true to your natural self. Tact, naturalness, and genuineness are key. Expertise in this is gained over time. Prepare the ground. Never make cold calls. Always try to smooth the way before starting the conversation. For example, ensure they know something about you beforehand and take care of the intermediaries who can introduce you to the person you want to communicate with, etc. Let's move on to how to capture their attention and interest. In addition to cultivating the habits of a great communicator and conversationalist, which we've explored in previous videos, such as taking care of your speech, crafting a great elevator pitch, maintaining a good image, practicing active listening, being present, focused, and much more. This is essential in any networking context and in any form of communication. Additionally, in the context of networking, providing value is essential. You should offer win-win opportunities. For example, if I tell person B, hey, you can connect me with contact C, and in return I do X for you, that creates a win-win scenario. The higher you go, the more you'll have access to high-level people. However, I wouldn't frame it as a race towards status. Again, compounded interest, like a snowball effect, makes your status continue to rise because you invest in the person who has the contacts of everyone. Therefore, everyone wants to be your contact. To win people over, often the key is to be natural. Sometimes it may be a sexual attraction that opens doors for you, or you might fascinate others, or simply be likable. This makes people want to introduce you into their circles. When someone really likes you, there's a natural impulse in people to want to help and attract those who are likable. This will lead them to want to bring you into their circles. In general, successful people love talking about themselves, their achievements, and their merits. Take advantage of this. Ask questions, show genuine interest, and make sure you're interesting as well. Don't show excessive fascination. Ask questions that also validate yourself, such as, what do they think would be best for me in my situation? But keep the focus on the other person. They are the protagonist and you are aiming to ascend. Introducing yourself, the elevator pitch, knowing how to communicate your value and genuineness is fundamental. Have personality. Stay true to yourself. Honor your genuineness and essence. When you're yourself, you have no competition. Find what you have to offer the world. What do you do better than others? Do you teach, train, sell, create, design, develop? Do you entertain, help, heal? What's yours? In fact, there's nothing more unbearable than doing the opposite. A person who has no personality or self-confidence enters a group of people and simply tries to fit in, often with an artificial mirroring. If everyone laughs, that person laughs. If everyone is serious and looking interesting, they'll do the same. But if everyone is serious, you can smile or make a joke. That might lighten the mood. By laughing, you raise the energy of the meeting, always keeping in mind the tone and context, of course. It's a dance of tact and knowing how to be. You don't have to dress like them. You don't have to act like them. Maybe you're a nerd. Maybe you're someone in tech, a programmer, someone more focused on the business world. There's value in that person because we live in two different worlds, and from that important relationships emerge, just like with Rolls-Royce. Or even without any deal. I'm really interested in talking to you because I'm going to learn a lot from you. I'll learn much less from people who do exactly the same as me. If you don't understand the topic they're talking about, say that you don't understand and ask them to explain it to you. It's fine. All personalities are attractive when you have a good communication package. And now let's see networking with peers, which is incredibly rewarding, detached from the fierce struggle for status. Peers at your level often lead to that magical match. Suddenly, I'm looking for a tech partner or a financial partner. We meet, we hit it off, we share an idea, and before we know it, we're co-founders launching a startup. This is perfectly legitimate. If you're in the same or a similar position, techniques like LinkedIn can work perfectly. If a person doesn't quite match with you, still listen to them attentively. Your goal should be to leave an impression, the best version of yourself. Leave them better than when you found them. Make them think, wow, I want to follow this person on social media. They bring value and are relevant to my life. Maybe this person doesn't click with you, but they might have a contact who does. Bring energy to everyone, make yourself liked. And just as it's important to have one or more mentors who can guide you on your professional journey or in managing your investments, it's equally important to be open to mentoring those who are on lower rungs. Remember that generosity is a key ingredient for quality networking. Here's how it works. Add value. Gather email addresses and, for example, as a financial advisor, if you come across useful information like tax incentives or business opportunities, share it with your contacts. You might say, I came across this and thought it could be a good investment for you. Eventually, when they need help, they'll remember the person who's been providing value and showing competence and trustworthiness over time. And this is today's proposal. These are the key points for today. Once we understand the know-how that makes a great communicator and networker, only 20 to 30% should be preparation, because it's the action taken that truly determines success. We will iterate through the cycle, researching your target contacts, planning, building your personal brand, taking action, testing, gathering feedback, following up, and repeating the process. It involves continuous iterations of ensuring continuous improvement and consistent delivery through presentations, introductions, and more. Overcome your limitations with calculated risks in safe environments. Gain experience and keep moving forward, because if you stop, you stagnate. There are some people with innate abilities who don't need much preparation, perhaps because they've modeled these habits and techniques from childhood or adolescence within their environments. But what's usual in personal development is the progressive evolution. Very rarely does simply motivating yourself and jumping into the unknown truly work. This often leads to hitting obstacles due to a lack of wisdom. By understanding the know-how that makes a good networker and communicator, we walk on familiar ground, gradually gaining expertise, a champion of skills. For those who struggle more, it's about overcoming barriers bit by bit, expanding our territory, facing challenges, and achieving the life we desire, which is within our reach. It's a matter of effort and perseverance. Progress is the key. Learning and training by applying the knowledge we acquire is the key. Just do it. Take a few minutes a day to conquer a barrier, develop a skill. Thanks for watching. Don't miss the first part of this video. Find the link in the description below. If you liked it, please leave a like. I'll see you in the next one.